New heroes are being added to Deadlock left, right, and center, but even amongst all that, Yoshi has still found time to ship another balance patch with even more hero changes. So let's crack this one open and see exactly what's inside the patch. As always, you're watching Patch Notice here on Dead Air, and I'm your host, Jacky. Let's get into this one then. A shadow dropped patch notes. We had no tag on the public Discord, instead it was just posted on the forums, and you had to do some sleuthing to find it. Caught it out the corner of my eye, and I thought, you know what, it's time for patch notice. Let's have a look what's changed then. First and foremost, Graves is in the headlines. Now, of course, she came into the game incredibly powerful, her kit's very strong, there's a lot of variance in the builds you can go for, but a good majority of them were orienting around the power of Jar of Dead. This is her one, it's an instant cast ability that you can throw out an AoE where these little skulls will fly around and deal damage to opponents. They were very lucrative, and with the popular builds allowing you to get mass amounts of them out quite quickly, their burst damage was substantial. So Valve have toned this back with a flat damage reduction, bringing that down by 18%. For context, that 18% reduction is going to affect everything to do with the ability. It's spirit scaling, it's base damage, and any investment growth from AP upgrades, so it's a pretty big nerf. The distance bounce between enemies is also reduced, and you'll be able to kill them quicker now. By the way, top tip, if you didn't know, just light melee them, and this will destroy every deadhead within melee range instantly. Lastly, they've also changed how Borrowed Decree works. This is going to be that explosion damage that's dealt with its tier 3 AP upgrade. Previously, it was dealing an awful lot of damage because it was max HP damage dealt. Now it's going to be 5% of your current HP max damage dealt, so a bit more reasonable there when it comes to the actual explosivity of those shambling zombies. But let's drop down from Graves and focus up on Bebop. Again, Bebop has been changed once more. Last time around, of course, in the patch a couple days ago, there was tons of reworks done in terms of how bombs are dealing damage, how they're functioning, and more importantly, how his uppercut now works, giving him that heal. However, it made me think, why would you invest in anything other than that tier 3 upgrade on the uppercut when you don't need the movement speed with no self-cast possibility on his bombs anymore? Valve have clearly come to a similar conclusion and made changes on how that upgrade is going to work. Tier 3 on bombs will now instead grant you additional 20% fire rate for 2 seconds longer as well, I might add, going up from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. You will still get the increased move speed on cast, but you're also going to be dealing quicker damage. Potentially, this fire rate could balance out some of the other nerfs we're seeing, but I'm not sure. They've even gone back in and added a second round of nerfs in terms of the spirit scaling damage we're getting on bombs as well. So another big round of adjustments there, shaking up how things are working for the scrap golem of the cursed apple. Definitely going to want to adjust your build slightly on this one and play around with some different investment in terms of your AP trees. I still don't think this is going to be worth maxing out bombs anymore. 2 upgrades could be very necessary. 3 seems like you won't need it. Just grab uppercut. But let's slide on down from Bebop and focus up on Shiv. Shiv has been nerfed even further. Honestly, I didn't expect this. Following the nerfs we got in the last balance patch, it felt like that was where they might leave him for a little while. But no, health growth per boon has been brought down from 48 to 45, meaning that overall sustainability on him, he innately builds over the course of a game, isn't going to rapidly increase anywhere near as fast. Again, the real issue for Shiv seems to be the fact that he just has that built-in damage mitigation, but they don't seem to want to change that. So instead, we're trying to tweak things with health growth per boon. Maybe that's a solution, but I'm unsure. Serrated knives, though, got similar treatment to Jar of Dead, with a damage reduction by 12% across the board. Oof, that's a painful one for the Shiv mains. So let's get on to something a little bit more positive. Climb away from Shiv and start to set our attention on another new addition to the Cursed Apple. Rem. Rem is covered in buffs in this update, and boy oh boy have they done an awful lot to him. You can see they've actually gone back in and increased that reduction on cooldown you get from landing a direct hit with Pillow Toss. No longer is it 4 seconds, it's now 5 seconds. An additional second you're going to be purging off your CDs with hitting direct pillows. That's a legendary buff. On top of that, tag-along's barrier and item efficiency has also been increased, going up by 5%. So this is really good for support rems that are going to want to use that investment into items to get maximum efficiency out of them. Hell, you want to buy support items on this hero now and make sure you're gaining the benefit of the increased barrier and increased item scaling that he innately has. Lil Helper's also got a bit of a buff with that move speed increase as well, up by 0.5 meters. A smaller one, but still one you're going to be happy to have on your side. But as you can see, this is just so many little buffs that incrementally should make Rem even more of a lucrative pick. His pick rate wasn't as high as I expected it to be, and it seems like a lot of people haven't vibed with the hero as much, but he's very fun, and I'm thinking this should start to change that. Nap time also got a change with its tier 3 AP investment, reducing that cooldown from minus 40 seconds to minus 55 seconds. All in all then, these little additions to Rem are going to rapidly add up, and you'd imagine increase his power level. Of course, Silver, talking of power, has just been added to the game, winning yesterday's hero vote a few hours ago. Daisy's hard at work on the hero showcase for that, so if you're excited for it, get subscribed and it'll be coming out very soon. As always, of course, thanks so much to our YouTube members that make such high quality Deadlock content possible here on the Dead Air channel. We salute you for your service. If you want to join our members program, you can find the link on the channel. But that is everything you need to know about in today's slightly smaller balance patch for Deadlock. Thanks for watching Patch Notice. I've been your host Jacky, so get back out there.